Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You're a day late and Algo short because this is yesterday's Algorand news. I am, of course, the real Monty Allen, and I am your crypto nerd. Hit hashtag AlgoNews on Twitter if you want me to find you and post something in tomorrow's or Monday's video. And I have been told that I should not enter any singing competition, so no singing today. But you should still hit that subscribe button. Let's jump into the news. Boom. So first up, we've got Maximus. So at Maximus Algo, he tagged me in this posting from Kafila. And I have been critical of Kafila previously because they were a media company with no media, and it seemed very odd to me. They also had some hubbub going on in like their Telegram and Discord communities where their moderators basically revolted. I don't know if they just mass quit or rage quit or what happened, but it seemed unusual enough to steer away from these folks. I'm going to go check them out again. They seem to have some activity. They seem like, hey, they actually want to complete their project and get the ball moving. We'll check it out. They're doing some kind of an airdrop thing. And apparently they will be on Tinyman and Algodesk. So let's see what happens there. We'll follow them, and I'll keep you updated. Next up, this one is big news. So the Algorand Foundation just put this out that there is a $300 million, U.S. value, 150 million algo. And I would prefer to count it in algo. I think that's the better equivalence here. So 150 million algo into their Veritas. I'm going with Veritas DeFi fund today. And this is big news. That is a lot of algo, and a lot of good news can come from that. If you click on the link there, it brings you to kind of their website and their summary of the announcement. And what's interesting here is what they've chosen to highlight, I guess. So we've got this the $5 million Price Oracle Super Grant. So the 5 million bridge super grant. So they are pushing for bridges to be, a multi-directional between ETH primarily, other blockchains as well. But they have dedicated 5 million in support of bridges. And also, if you go look at the full announcement, it takes a few more minutes to read, but really what they're looking for, they've got 150 million algos, but they've got these super grants. So you can get 5 million algos. I don't know if that's 5 million fiat or 5 million algo, to look for or to build bridges, bi-directional bridges from ETH and other chains. And they're also looking to help and support liquidity. Significant emphasis on bridges and liquidity. So here's what happens. If you are expecting to have a Solana like massive growth because you put together this, you need to make sure that when those people get there, first of all you've got to open up the pathways, the bridges for them to get to our blockchain, and then we need to make sure we have significant liquidity. So when things start to get rolling, we have there's no hiccups and there's not a lag, so to speak. So once they get there, it's instantaneously available for trading, whether or not it's through the automated market makers like a Tinyman, it's the true DEX like an Algodesk. Chris Swainer over there at Reach also put out here. We'll hit watch again. Put out this a short clip about one of his devs using the interface for his group's DEX. I think it is yet to be named. I thought I saw a name bouncing around yesterday, but I couldn't find it again today. But in any case, there's a Reach DEX coming as well. And I think we've known all of these things, and we've known that these are all on testnet, but man, it's really coming together now. And so we want to make sure we don't put the cart before the horse. Let's get these test nets done. Let's get them wrapped up. Let's get everybody audited, everybody safe, everybody complete, everybody can handle all of the business that's going to get pushed their way. And then let's get some bridges so we get some traffic, and then make sure when the traffic's there, we've got the liquidity that we're looking for. So all the pieces to the algo puzzle are coming together for us to just have a massive push. Now, this isn't going to happen like next week. I'm thinking this is like the next, 180 days, 6 months. By next March, things are going to be humming along. Just on a massive scale to what we're seeing right now. I think it's going to be just booming. Algo boom. Right? Algo season. Next up, we've got Lofty. So JT invests in you. Now, JT stays on top of this stuff because if you weren't super fast on the draw, you missed out on this property from Lofty. So this property sold out in 9 minutes. I think it actually sold out in like 6 minutes or something crazy like that. And I didn't even see an announcement about it. I think I saw an email maybe the night before that said, hey, we're gonna push out a property. But by the time I saw it, like if I wasn't online, literally when it went live, I wasn't getting a piece of that real estate. Check it out. So I think I've got 2 of these properties here, and they were way back in the beginning. I think I've got this Berto Road, and I think I've got the Greenvale as well, one of the Cleveland properties. No, actually, I think I got Garfield. I didn't get the Cleveland. So look at all of these properties. We're already up to Redford, Michigan. I think I'm assuming it's in chronological order here. So Redford, Michigan sold out in like 6 minutes. That's ridiculous. The amount of people that have an appetite for real estate, and it's this is small cap investment, right? At $50 each. Now I don't know how many individual investors went through to Lofty. I don't know if they released those numbers, but there's probably some folks like me and JT who invest, in multiples. I think JT has 5 different properties. I've got 2. I would imagine that most of you who are working with Lofty have multiple properties. You want to, spread out your risk, so to speak. But that's a small percentage. And how much are we putting in? Like, JT and I aren't putting in $20,000 each. Well, I'm not. I don't know about you, JT. I don't even think you can. I think Lofty caps you at like 5,000 or something like that. So you've got a lot of people, I guess is my point. So the appetite for these micro investments to own a share of a property seems to be in high demand. I think if Lofty came out with 10 properties today, it might take them a little longer to sell out, but they would sell them out, no doubt about it. So the fractional ownership idea, if Lofty is just looking for proof of concept here, I think they're good. I don't know how they're going to scale this to 1,000 properties. Maybe they're happy with a couple hundred eventually, but I think that this could scale with a few tweaks to it, and I think that the Lofty team is doing some good work here. All right, speaking of micro ownership, fractional ownership, tokenized properties, Algorand retweeted the Algodesk announcement yesterday. Now, this is not a project that I had been following. So, Algodesk version 2 is now live. I didn't even know there was a version 1. The new release consists of a full integration to the official Algo wallets, MyAlgo, Algo Signer, so you can e-sign some stuff, allowing users to tokenize anything in minutes. So, you could tokenize maybe a property, you could tokenize, it says anything, right? Now, interesting. Their actual website doesn't give a whole lot of information. I had to go to like the parent company, this Microtail company, who has just a tab for Algodesk. And they don't give a lot of here either. There's, 6 bullet points here? So asset creation, modification, destroying an asset, freezing an asset, a list of assets, network picker to choose testnet, mainnet to launch an asset. So they have very little information here. And when you click this Get Started button, it doesn't take you much. Look, the About is just, hey, we design decentralized software products for the future of borderless economy. So there's not a lot of like info here. I haven't checked out their blog. I should go do that. But their Medium article, they've only got this one Medium article. There's only 5 followers. Hopefully there's going to be some more now. Like, go check them out. But this talks about how the wallets are integrated now. You can tokenize anything. Anyone can literally tokenize anything within minutes. So can more companies do what Lofty is doing? Is Lofty going to have some competitors now? Because you can tokenize anything. Can I tokenize my LLC? Which I think is what Lofty is doing. I think that you have each LLC purchases the house. And I think you actually own part of the LLC. Lofty, correct me if I'm wrong. Max, if you're out there, I think that's how it works behind the scenes. But I could be wrong. But if I were going to go ahead and start this right now, that's what I would do. I would try and tokenize an LLC, I believe, and then the assets in there would be essentially tokenized via that format. If you go to their website here, there's not a whole lot of info. There's no helper, tutorial, anything like that. There's literally just a try the application, and then it just automatically tries to connect to your wallet, and there's nothing going on there. So if I was going to tokenize an LLC, or maybe one of the Crypto Nerd shirts, right? Maybe I'm going to buy a case of shirts. It'll be 12 shirts, all larges, all swappy orange here. And if I tokenize it and put 12 tokens in there and sell 1 token each, is it essentially just an NFT then? I don't know. What's the difference between an NFT and tokenizing something? I think it's probably some technical aspects there, but in functionality, I don't know if there's any difference there. So I've got some homework to do. I just want to bring this up because I think it's very interesting. Maybe I'll try and tokenize some physical assets like T-shirts or swag or something like that. Or hell, maybe I'll try and tokenize my LLC. Something along those lines. I think it's interesting to play around with these ideas and see what happens. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this stuff as much as I do. That's all I've got for you today. Stay tuned. I've got some interesting stuff coming up this weekend, including some more information on real estate, some more information on Lofty, some more information on Quantum RE, some more information on Rove. I'll be comparing all of the real estate Algorand systems that are out there as far as, who can invest. Is it open to private investors? Is it open only to people who make $200,000 or more? Or is it commercial? Or is it single family residence? Is it apartment complexes? I'll be comparing all of those real estate property programs and projects for you this weekend. I'm super excited about it. All right, that's all I got today. Crypto Nerd out. Stay safe out there.